Lasst uns aber mal über Uganda sprechen. Dieses Jahr im Februar hat der ugandische Präsident Yoweri Museveni nach mehrjährigem Hin und Her ein Gesetz unterzeichnet, das Homosexuellen lebenslängliche Gefängnisstrafen androht. In einer früheren Version war sogar die Todesstrafe vorgesehen. Wer heute in Uganda Homosexuelle unterstützt oder homosexuelles Verhalten von Freunden und sogar von Familienangehörigen nicht anzeigt, riskiert eine hohe Gerichtsstrafe. Viele Lesben und Schwule, viele Bi-, Trans- und Intersexuelle in Uganda gehen heute durch die Hölle. Einige sind aus dem Land geflohen. Es gab schon sehr viele Tote. Viele haben sich das Leben genommen. Einige wurden brutal ermordet. So wie der LGBTI-Aktivist David Kato, dem 2011 nachts mit einem Hammer der Schädel zertrümmert wurde. Viele kennen David Kato aus dem Dokumentarfilm Call Me Kucho. David wurde während der Dreharbeiten ermordet. In dem Film erzählen David und seine Freunde, wie es ist, ein Aktivist und eine Aktivistin in Uganda zu sein. Wir freuen uns, dass jetzt eine Aktivistin aus Uganda, die mittlerweile im Asyl in Schweden lebt, hier bei uns zu Gast ist. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Naomi Razondana.
My name is Naomi Razondana. I come from Sweden. I come from Uganda, then I come from Sweden. I'm here today to speak about this day. I'm not here to celebrate it, but I'm here to weep, to cry, to remember all those that have left their lives because of their sexual orientation. I'm here today to reclaim my space that was taken away by my government, by my society, my culture, my friends, the policy, the religion, pretending, using the Bible, but supporting people to kill other people. I'm here today to say no to hatred. Say no. Say enough is enough. Enough is enough to Uganda. Enough is enough to Russia. Enough is enough to Nigeria. Enough is enough to all torture that are being torturing transgender people all over the world. Enough is enough. Thank you so much.
Now, you were one of David Kato's best friends. How was he?
He was a good man. He was a very friendly man and very social and a strong activist.
What changed after he died?
A lot of things changed. We started getting death threats. We started being outed in different tabloids in Uganda. And some of us left because of such incidences that happened to our lives.
Now, David always said that leaving Uganda was not an option for him because he said the only way for him to serve his people was to stay in Uganda. We had a conversation about this. You decided to leave Uganda together with your children. Why?
David's death was an eye-opener. I had had threats before his death. I had left my country before his death, but when he died, I realized I could be the next victim. So I decided to learn and live a life outside my continent, and continued supporting the people that are still going through what I went through.
You also said a very special line that touched me. Do you remember which one it was?
What?
That you can only serve your people. You can only speak out for your people if you are alive and not dead.
Yes, exactly. Defending human rights starts with me. Speaking against injustice starts with me. I'm not defending voiceless people only, but I'm defending human rights. I'm reclaiming my rights, and I can only do that when I'm outside of Africa. But we have many that are in Africa and still doing it, but we have different ideology. I believe I can fight freely outside Africa.
Now, we had also invited Stosh. We had invited Stosh, a transsexual man, one of your friends, also friends of David's. People can see him also in action in the documentary Call Me Kuchu. But unfortunately, the authorities denied him to leave Sweden to come over here because of some document issues. We are very sad about it. Stosh's story is the story of, initially, of a lesbian woman who got raped by a friend of the family because he found her having sexual activities with another girl. What happened then?
When Stosh was raped, she was raped by a relative that was working in a garden around Stosh's home. So when she was raped, she was at the same day infected with HIV and AIDS. So Stosh has lived with her sickness until one day she decided to come out and spoke about it. So she's an activist and HIV activist.
In the documentary, she tells her story about being raped because of this silly imagination where people believe that raping a woman will make her turn heterosexual. Corrective rape is very common in Africa. She contracted HIV. She became pregnant. After 5 months, she realized she was pregnant, and then they forced her for abortion. She tried to commit suicide many times, and we are very happy that she is alive. Unfortunately, she is not here with us today. She tried everything yesterday, bless her, to come. Unfortunately, she couldn't join us, but she's sending her love all the way from Sweden to Berlin, thanking all of you for having allowed the people of Uganda to speak to the people of Berlin. And by surprise, which we didn't know, another friend of yours, also visible in the documentary, came for some other reasons also to Berlin. And she is here, and I would like to invite her here on stage. We haven't met yet. Welcome, Kasia. Kasia, welcome to Berlin.
Thank you. I've only been here 30 minutes, but I'm already enjoying it.
Great. Thank you. Joined us quite late because you landed at 2 p.m. Now, where do you live at the moment?
I live in Kampala, Uganda, so I'm coming straight from Kampala.
What is the situation of your people, of yourself at the moment in Uganda?
The situation is really very worrying. Even me, my standing on this stage today is a crime in my country. So don't be surprised if I'm arrested on my return. So the situation is really, really terrifying. We've so far documented 162 cases of eviction, of arrests, of torture, of disown, and even media. So the situation is really very worrying, and we're afraid it's just the beginning.
When are you going back? Do they know that you have been here to an LGBTI event, and will you be endangered by it?
I love Berlin, and I've had very good relationships with the Bundestag, with other LGBT organizations. So I'm here for a global LGBT forum, which is going to take place for the next 4 days. So I have lots of colleagues in the audience, and even today I traveled with another colleague of mine from Uganda, Dennis, who is the leader of the LGBT clinic in
Come
Uganda.
over on stage, please. Das ist alles purer Zufall, weil die jetzt wegen einem anderen Event in Berlin sind, aber wir freuen uns, dass Sie da sind, und ich denke, wenn Sie schon da sind, dann sollten wir Ihnen auch die Bühne geben. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Dennis is in charge of the gay and lesbian, bisexual and transgender clinic that supports the LGBT people who are living with HIV, but also with other health conditions in Uganda.
What is the situation at the moment in Uganda for people in medical services like yours? Can we have the microphone, please? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be in Berlin today. In Uganda, we have, a very high rate of HIV, and the fact that when you're LGBT, you cannot go to a hospital and clearly explain your situation to a doctor. For example, if you have an STI, so most people don't get treatment. So the rate of HIV amongst LGBT people is about 30%. So of every 10 LGBT people you're meeting, 3 of them are HIV positive, and maybe the next 5 are suffering from an STI. So it's very bad.
What can we do here in Germany, for example, to support you and your people?
What you can do in Germany is what you've already always been doing. To keep on speaking out and standing with us. To keep on making the message reach our government that despite the arrest, even if they kill all of us, the world is watching, and with time they will pay. And we will win.
Thank you very much. Now, I hope to see you all later again, so we can have another proper chat. But before you go, we have a small present. Now, we only knew you were on stage. Now I have 2 more. You might have to discuss it out who gets it at the end, but may I have my friends here on stage, Dennis and Sebastian? Would you mind rolling it out for us? You have been carrying out the banner today through Berlin, and we believe it's appropriate to give it to you as a gift, remembering David Kato, Ugandan LGBTI activist born 1964, brutally murdered 2011. A luta continua.
A luta continua. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Enough.
Take care. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.